So the other day I talked about how my car battery got fucked up. Today is the conclusion to that story and how the Walmart automotive section kind of just fucked me over today. I made an appointment yesterday with the automotive section to go in today. We made an appointment for 11 a.m. to have a battery installation. Now, before this, both me and my father were looking at prices of batteries, and we decided that Walmart had the cheapest one of $100 and or $109 and something cents. And then we consulted with the techs at the automotive section, and they said that the battery that we were looking at fit in my car. And then when I set the appointment, I ensured that this battery that I was gonna buy and install in my car went in my car, and the lady told me that goes in your car. It will work. Get there today, the man I'm speaking with, let's call him Steve because that was his name. He tells me that the battery I'm looking at and I'm putting my hand at and I'm pointing at, the $109 battery, will go in my car. We agree on it, and I go sit down. I go to pick up my car about an hour and 20 minutes later, and I don't recognize it at first, but the price is it's like $194. I was trying to drown out the fact that there were two infants crying next to me because some lady decided to just fucking sit in this small ass automotive room with her two fucking babies who were crying the whole time. I'm trying to drown them out and I'm not really paying attention. I'm just paying and I go. I get to my car. I look at the receipt. I go, that's a big number. I call my dad. I text him the receipts because he's helping me pay for this battery. I tell him this is not the price. He goes, that's not the price. I go, can we split it? I don't want to, I just need to go. I need to go to work. I need to make money. He goes, no, you're going to go in there and fix this. I go, I just don't want to do that. Can we just split it? No. Go in there and tell them that they put the wrong battery in or they charge you the wrong price or whatever they did. This is wrong. I go inside embarrassed, right? I feel embarrassed because I don't like being confrontational. I go in, I wait a minute. I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I don't know if there was a mistake or not, but I don't know if y'all put the wrong battery in, but I was told I was gonna pay X amount, and now I'm paying this amount. Um, what happened?" And then the lady explains to me that the battery that we all agreed on about 4 times at this point actually doesn't even go in my car. It doesn't even like, it's not compatible. And finally, her manager comes over and she tells me the same thing. Car battery does not even go in my car. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So I go back to my car and I call my dad again. I say, hey, they said the battery doesn't even go in my car, I guess. I don't know what to do. He tells me, go to the front office or customer service and talk to a manager and get this sorted out because they are not going to fuck you like this. They are not going to bait and switch you like this. You need to be firm. You need to be confident. You can't let them do this to you. I go to the front desk. I tell the customer service lady what happened, and she just calls the automotive section, and the same manager who told me I was kind of fucked comes up and tells me again that she wasn't gonna change the price or she wasn't gonna refund me the difference between the batteries. And I explained to her, I mean, even that morning, ma'am, like we agreed on this price, and I was told I was gonna pay this price. I don't know why I'm not paying that anymore. And she's like, I'm not gonna fix the mistake of someone else. All right, it's not my fault. I'm not discounting this price. If you want, I can just put your old battery in and you can go somewhere else to buy the battery. And I'm like, I'm not even being mean, you know? I'm not a mean like person, especially to like customer service workers or just people I don't know in general. I'm not mean. I don't like getting rude with people. But she was just mean to me, you know, for like no reason at all. But I finally, I'm like, what? Like, I'd prefer the working battery in my car. I was told one price. I'm paying a different price. It's not really cool. And she's like, well, if you want to speak to my boss, he gets here in about 15 minutes from whenever this conversation is happening. And I'm like, whatever, man. So I just go back to my car and I call my dad again. I say, hey, this is what happened. I explained him exactly what happened. And she told me that if I wanted to, I could talk to her boss. Her boss's name is Craig. I text my dad all the extra information he needs, and I drive home because I needed to get all my stuff for work. I had already sat there for maybe an extra 30 minutes, maybe 30, 35 minutes. So I drive home, get my waters, get my uniform, and I get ready for work. And as I'm driving to work, my dad calls me. I spoke with Craig. When you arrive at Walmart, you will be reimbursed $80. I don't know what the fuck he said to Craig, but I'm like, okay, well, Walmart's on my way to work, so I'll just stop by real quick. I stop by. I'm in this shirt. I was wearing a different shirt for the first two appearances. I'm in this shirt now when I get there. I walk back in. I go, "Hi, I'm so sorry. Can I speak with Craig for a moment, please?" And the first lady who's not the main lady, um, she's like, "Oh yeah, just like give me a second, please." And then she rings him up, and he comes over. And I'm like just standing there all awkward, like I'm making such a bother of these people. When in reality I'm low key not, because they kind of fucked me over in the first place. Cause like what the fuck? We all agreed on this one set price and now you're fucking me with this other one? Whatever. And then Craig finally comes over with the manager who was being mean to me. And he's like, oh, I thought you were coming in at like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I was just on my way to work. I'm sorry about this. And he's like, oh no need to be sorry. This is totally on our faults. And the manager who's being mean to me is suddenly being really nice around Craig. And I explained to him the situation. I'm like, hey, yeah, I mean, we agreed on this battery, and I show him the battery that I was planning to purchase, and I explained to him what I told everyone else, that we all agreed on this price, and I told him that this was gonna get in my car or get installed in my car, and that a different price was shown up, and I wasn't aware of that. And then finally he walks away for a minute to go get my $80. He comes back, hands it to me, and I'm like, hey man, yeah, no harm, no foul. I was just told that this guy was new and he didn't know what he was doing, so I'm not mad. I explained to him like I'm chill. I'm no hard feelings. No harm, no foul. Just happens. He's like, no, that's like totally like he's somewhat new. He's like he was gone for about he unironically said he was gone for about 6 or 7 months. I tried not to laugh right there, but he was gone for a minute and he's trying to get reacclimated. And I was like, yeah, man, happens, cool, human error. Don't really like not holding any grudges. And then I say my piece. We shake hands. I walk back to my car. Today, I wanted to talk about I don't even know, having the courage to be confrontational when you need to correct something, you know? At first, I really didn't want to, I didn't even want to do anything. I just wanted to go to work. I really wanted to just get to work early so I could make more money. And although I shouldn't have, the first time I should have, like, not necessarily stood my ground, but had been like, hey, this is wrong. What the hell? This is not accurate to what we already discussed. I definitely, in the second and third time I walked in the building, I definitely should have been more like stern. I definitely am a little bit of a pushover when it comes to like public in-person confrontations, just because I don't really have it in me. I don't really have that fight, especially to me, when things aren't as like real. If it's like life or death, yes, I'll stand my ground. But if it's like a car battery, not my fight. Not a fight worth taking. I'd much rather would just keep my own peace than to start things with other people. My father is not that kind of man. So I called him to help me do this because I know who he is. I know how he's able to not be affected by the social cues of being mean to service workers, you know. I also learned that I just need to call my dad more to get shit done. You know, if I need to be mean to someone, I'm not gonna be mean. I'll just call my dad to be mean to them for me. You know, how lame is that sound? I texted my friends. I was like, dude, I lost so much aura walking in there, being like, oh, you're gonna be mean to me and not fix the mistake you made. Well, I'm gonna call my dad, and he's not very happy about it. Like, as lame as it sounds, it worked. You know, at the end of the day, it did work. Um, so I got a car battery that is better than the one I was. I don't know if it's better. That was more expensive than the one I was originally planning to pay for, and I got it for the price that I was originally paying for. So that was pretty cool. W. Craig for being a normal person and helping me out with this problem. L. Rosie for being mean to me. I did deserve that. I was being very patient and very calm when asking for help with this problem that y'all started. LOL. All in all, Walmart Automotive kind of sucks, but yeah, being kind is awesome, and I like doing it. Thank you.